President Joe Biden's budget director said on Sunday that this weekend was Democrats who helped to close a partial government this weekend in last hours before end of brinkmanship and theater of funding. White House Management Office and Budget Director Shaalada Young. ABC This Week Joint Work Jonathan Karl. I will tell you. I can only imagine what the American people feel. After increasing urgent negotiations in Assembly, Republicans brought an invoice of stopgap financing that would finance government on Saturday, November 17, and wider sections. The measure was passed on Saturday with Democratic support on Saturday because the 90 Republican voted against it and 126 voted for it. Let me tell you, there were more than 200 Democrats who saved us from closing. Go look at the votes. Young said this week. The temporary bill was then rapidly approved by a bilateral majority in the Senate, and was signed by President Joe Biden 1 hour before midnight history on Saturday night. On Sunday, he called for young MPs to continue to work on long-term financing legislation. We need to start today, making sure we don't have this brinking, the last-minute concern of the American people. Karl asked Young youg job. Despite threats his job. Work by a vocal GOP critic. Speaker Kevin McCarthy. By a vocal GOP critic. Deserved loan. Put American people first all. Protect end of bargaining. Keep end agreement. The Management Office and Budget Director Shaalada Young talks about closure of a possible government during the daily briefing in White House in Washington. The 29th of September 2023. Susan WalshAP However. A great priority president with two-party support was finally excluded from the bill. Billions of financial aid in defense against Russia's invasion. Russia. In a written statement on Saturday, Biden said McCarthy's devotion the people of Ukraine and that the support required to help Ukraine at this critical moment will continue pass safely. Senate leaders Chuck Schumer Mitch McConnell, along with the key committee presidents on Saturday, said that their rooms are planning to continue to provide critical and continuous security economic support for Ukraine. A separate bill, which focuses on Ukrainian financing, is expected to be taken in the parliament. In a statement by Karl on Sunday, some parliament who believed that money could be used better in domestic priorities or would not be put into an overseas conflict was asked whether more help from the Republicans could have a strong opposition. Young said that he was still confident. We have seen what the majority of the Congress understood what is dangerous in Ukraine. Young said. For whom? Western democratic values or dictators such as Vladimir Putin? Karl pressure on Young how confident that he was able to make a shepherd through expenditure legislation on the objections of McCarthy's Biden White House, which satisfies an earlier agreement with Biden White House. The Speaker McCart